12 years ago, in October 2007, Valve Corporation released a first-person platform puzzle game with unique story, humor, and physics. Today I would like to make an analysis on Portal, specifically the unique complementary progression between story narration and puzzle solving.
The Enrichment Center is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
At the beginning, the story teaches you how to solve puzzles without portals. Just after this short tutorial, you learn about the use of portals, and just one level later, they give you the first gun, the blue portal gun. Now, you can place the blue portals on any white surface to solve the puzzles better. As you get deeper into the game, the puzzles grow more complex and lengthy. They introduce multiple surfaces, timed doors, moving platforms, death water, death balls, and death robots. A lot of death. With the combinations of obstacles and unportable walls, they restrict you just enough so that you can more easily solve the puzzles and be guided to the solutions. During the first 19 levels, you learn about how to surpass obstacles that are more prevalent as the environment changes. You have had just enough practice to gauge how to solve each of those puzzles, no longer needing handicaps or the help that GLaDOS gave you before.
Momentum, a function of mass and velocity, is conserved between portals. In layman's terms, speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out.
One flaw with the puzzles in Portal is that as the rooms get more complicated, as you get deeper into the game, the puzzle rooms get larger and larger. In some cases, the solution to one puzzle might be found in another room. You'll have to traverse between rooms as you investigate to find out the solutions to each puzzle. As you bash your head against the wall looking for a solution, you have to walk and walk and walk. This walking becomes a little tedious and becomes especially frustrating when you actually have found the solution and now you have to walk to go solve it. A simple solution to this endless walking is if they were to add a run mechanic so that you could move faster. Of course, it's understandable that the idea of Portal is that you travel through the use of two-way portals. But in rooms where you can't place these two-way portals, you find yourself walking a little bit too much. Find yourself walking without any sense of entertainment. In cases where GLaDOS is talking while you travel, there's at least something to entertain you, but walking with the ambience in the background is not nearly as exciting. What makes the puzzles unique is the cool mode of transportation, the use of portals to gain new heights and speeds. In life we are not given the opportunity to fly, but in Portal we can. The atmosphere in Portal is expertly designed by using ambient noises in the background to foreshadow that the facility is not stable. To make it feel more real, when going through a portal, there is an effect that feels scientific, especially in comparison to our normal everyday lives. We're not all scientists, you see, so this alludes to the fantasy that we want to experience when playing games of futuristic value.
Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not.
In nearly every level, we hear the same happy song played over and over and over again. This helps give the player a false sense of security by providing a bright atmosphere, which contrasts well to the dark overtones of Apocalypse. If Portal was just a puzzle game, it would have been unique on its own, but not quite what it became today. As the puzzles progress, you get narration from the robotic voice of GLaDOS egging you on and challenging you.
The Enrichment Center regrets to inform you that this next test is impossible. Make no attempt to solve it.
At first, things seem innocent as GLaDOS narrates your puzzle-solving quest. Deeper into the game, you start to notice signs of a struggling survival, corrosion, vacant chairs in the windows, errors in GLaDOS's speech.
Hello again. To reiterate, previous warning. For momentum.
At this point, despite the bright atmosphere, you start to wonder how happy-go-lucky this facility really is. You start to notice the value of life has deteriorated in this facility, and you grow concerned about the safety of your own life.
Did you know you can donate one or all of your vital organs to the Aperture Science Self-Esteem Fund for Girls? It's true.
The foreshadowing of GLaDOS's betrayal pays off as she attempts to kill you.
Congratulations. The test is now over. All Aperture technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees Kelvin. Rest assured that there is absolutely no chance of a dangerous equipment malfunction prior to your victory incandescence. Thank you for participating in this Aperture Science computer-aided enrichment activity. Goodbye.
After she shows her true colors and tries to kill you, you aim to escape. Instead of GLaDOS guiding you, now she's taunting you, searching for you, trying to get you to give up, probably trying to kill you.
This is your fault. It didn't have to be like this. I'm not kidding now. Turn back or I will kill you. I'm going to kill you. And all the cake is gone. You don't even care, do you? This is your last chance.
All would be lost if not for the continued guidance of the morbid blood drawings on the walls, showing you the way out. These blood drawings, perhaps an ally who had survived before you, maybe escaped before you, gives you a sense of curiosity as for what the hidden story in the game is. Makes you want to pay attention a little bit more, perhaps come up with lore or fan fiction as to why this happens. This grows the game's community and its fan base. A game with many mysteries to solve is a game begging for a sequel. GLaDOS's personality, as well as the turrets she unleash, are both adorable and terrifying.
Are you still there? Searching.
Like children, just trying to play. They just don't realize that their playing is going to cause your death. Do they care? Probably not.
Target lost. Well done, Android. The Enrichment Center once again reminds you that Android Hell is a real place where you will be sent at the first sign of defiance.
This innocent yet cynical nature makes the characters in the game both comedic and interesting. It makes it even more interesting when you prove the robots wrong, and you defy them, and you win. It makes the game less of a puzzle and more of a game. Something to have fun with. Something to laugh about.
Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart. Maybe you could settle for that, and we'll just call it a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4... Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that? It's not the surprise. I've never seen it before. Never mind. It's a mystery I'll solve later. By myself. Because you'll be dead. Where are you taking that thing?
This innocent yet dark humor is one of the things that made Portal extremely unique, especially for a game with bright setting that later turns a little dark, but still bright.
You're kidding me. Did you just stuff that aperture science thing we don't know what it does into an aperture science emergency intelligence incinerator? That has got to be the dumbest thing that... Whoa. Good news. I figured out what that thing you just incinerated did. It was a morality core they installed after I flooded the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin to make me stop flooding the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin. So get comfortable while I warm up the neurotoxin emitters. Oh, that core may have had some ancillary responsibilities. I can't shut off the turret defenses. Oh well. If you want my advice, you should just lie down in front of a rocket. Trust me.